everyone, we're Donna and Casey, and we've been together for a long time. We haven't been everywhere, but it is on our list.
So, we bought a 2019 ProMaster cargo van. I outfitted it to a camper van, and with our dog Frankie, we hit the road. Thanks for joining us on our adventure.
We are now heading out to Dantes View. I think it's 13 miles out this road. And the last quarter mile is a 15% grade.
Probably
so,
up. But then down when you're coming out.
Yeah. It's supposed to be spectacular, so let's go check it out. The higher we climb, the more flowers we see.
Ooh, here's the spot.
I think this is around 5,000 feet. Top of that mountain there.
It was 98 degrees down at the Salt Flats, and it's 73 here and dropping as we go up. Dantes, what's it called? Dantes
Peak.
Dantes Peak.
Or Dantes Overlook. I can't remember.
Made it.
Be careful right here.
Whoa.
There's no... Casey.
Whoa, look down there, Don.
Very funny, Casey. So interesting fact that Death Valley is on a fault line. And at one point, two plates pushed together, and one went up to form the mountains, and one went down to form Death Valley. The Amargosa River runs for 185 miles through Death Valley underground. It starts in Beatty, Nevada, and runs all the way to Badwater Basin.
Wow, what a view it is. I think that's down there somewhere on the Salt Flats where the water is where we hiked out earlier. Hiking trail out that way. This one's supposed to be a higher elevation, right, Don?
Yes,
okay.
Hopefully.
So we were in Furnace Creek campground, which is pretty darn low, below sea level. This one's going to be up a little higher. We were comfortable last night, but it's kind of hot, so we're going to move to a higher campground. They've got sand dunes out here too.
Well, here we are at Mesquite Campground, which is about 1,000 feet in elevation, and it is about 10 to 15 degrees cooler here than it was at Furnace Creek Campground.
It's beautiful up here. And we're right by a dry riverbed right there. So the bank here drops off about 6 feet, just drops straight down into that riverbed. There is an underground river that runs, I think they said 185 miles, I believe, and then it hits rock and is forced up above ground. There's Fluffy. Yeah, beautiful views at this campground. A little more isolated, fewer campers, pretty far north in the national park. Hiking around the campground, not going anywhere today, not driving anywhere. What's that I heard? Oh, it's a desert ferry. It was getting pretty windy out there. I had to mute some of that audio. The wind was just too strong. There's Fluffy the van in the distance. We had a great hike through the desert. There was a trail near the campground. We hiked up a mountain. Hiked about a mile or two that day. Enjoyed the scenery. That looks like a baby Gila. See the striping on his tail? When they get big, their whole body has that striping. But I don't know. I think it's a baby Gila. I don't know though. I'm not seeing any forked tongue. Can you hear the bees buzzing around me? These bushes, I've been calling them shrubberies. We're surrounded by these. They're all throughout the desert here where we are, and in the air there's a constant loud buzzing of bees. Here we are at Ubehebe Crater, which is only about 2,000 years old. Magma under the ground turned the groundwater into steam, and the combination of the magma and the steam caused this great explosion that created the crater. Did I mention that it was getting windy out? It's a windy day here today. We are still 22 miles from the sand dunes that we passed on the way to where we've been camping. But look at the sand blowing down into the sand dunes down there. Whew. Here we are in Stovepipe Wells, little community in Death Valley. Have a general store, a post office, expensive gasoline, elevation 5 feet above sea level.
Right, I think we are officially out of Death Valley now, down on the other side of the mountain. Lots of sand blowing across the road here. Well, that's it for the Death Valley video. We really appreciate everybody watching, and I think it is definitely worth the drive. We were just really surprised when we got out here.
Yeah, it was way more beautiful than we expected, and so much to see. We didn't. I thought it was just going to be hot, flat, and dry, but there's more to it than that.
Yeah, a lot more. So hope you get out there one day.
Oh, there goes the camper van.
What's your story? What's your sign? It's like we're twin flames in a different life.